Hey everybody, this is Leanne from Atlas. In my last video I chatted with you about changes in your tissue as you age, and I wanted to talk to you today about some different ways that you can mitigate those changes, and that's the biggest one is with resistance training. You might have heard of the term like strength training. They're pretty much interchangeable and you can use either one. The first thing that resistance training can do is help you manage your weight. Increasing your muscle mass, which is what's going to happen when you do resistance training or strength training, is going to help you increase your basal metabolic rate, which means that as you're sitting there, you're going to burn more calories just by existing. Muscle burns more calories than fat, and so if you build more muscle, you burn more calories. It's going to help you preserve and increase your muscle mass, and this is going to help you prevent an increase in your body fat percentage. It can also help you develop strong bones and joints. In the last video, I kind of mentioned that as you continue to move and put stress on your joints, that's actually a really good thing for them, and it can help them stay lubricated, and it can help, prevent any stiffness that occurs with disuse. It can also enhance your quality of life. As we age, we sometimes tend to avoid things that are uncomfortable for us, but resistance training will help you work through those problems and allow you to move a little bit more freely and naturally. And that means that when you need to do something at home or at work that's something that you maybe don't do a lot of, it will help you do that a little bit more easily as well. It can help you manage your chronic conditions. This includes obesity, diabetes, heart disease, depression. All of those things can be helped with regular resistance training or strength training workouts. You can also sharpen your thinking skills. As you are doing your strength training workouts, you are going to be challenging yourself in new ways. And when you challenge your brain, it helps it be more adaptive and it helps it able to problem solve a little bit better. And so, doing regular resistance training workouts can really help with that. And the great thing about resistance training is you don't necessarily need equipment. One of the best ways that I think is to get a good strength training workout in, especially for beginners, is just using body weight. So that includes things like push-ups or pull-ups, planks, squats. All of those are body weight resistance training workout exercises that you can do. And so that's a really good place to get started, is just with body weight stuff. If you've been doing body weight for a while though, and you want to kind of increase your intensity in your workouts, you can add some equipment, and I think the next place to start is a resistance band. They come in like a set. You can buy 6 of them in varying resistance, and they're probably 15 to 20 bucks. They have handles and you can use them as like a wall anchor, and so that's a really good option. They're portable. You can take them with you when you're working. If you have breaks and you want to do something in between, that's a really great option. Otherwise, you can do a free weight, which is kind of the more common thing that people know about, is like a barbell or a dumbbell. This also includes kettlebells, medicine balls, anything that has some weight to it that's going to be a little bit harder to move around. And these are really nice because you can do a ton of exercises with them. They're really flexible, and you don't have any particular limits as to what you can do. But they are obviously a little bit heavier, so they're not portable. And they do cost a little bit more. They're usually about $1 to $2 per pound. So as you continue to get stronger, buying weights gets a little bit more expensive. Another option is a weight machine, and you can get that at home stores, but most people are only going to use them when they're at the gym or fitness centers, and they're very expensive, and they have a limited amount of movements that you can do with them, so they're not really recommended for the home gym use. And then the last thing is a cable suspension trainer. That would be something like a TRX that you may have heard about. And those are great ways to do, particular exercises, and you can either do them with or without added resistance. You can do them in a way that's easier than doing body weight, where it actually gives you some help and some kind of relief of body weight, or you can challenge yourself and actually make it harder. So they are pretty nice in that you can have a wide range of difficult exercises on them, but the problem with them is that you have to have something to anchor them to that has to be sturdy and supportive, and so that can be limiting sometimes. When you're starting your resistance training workout, there are a bunch of different ways that you can set it up. You can either just do sets and reps, or you can do kind of a circuit training where you're going for time. And if you are going to do kind of a timed workout, what you want to start with is a lower work to rest ratio. So you're going to have, less work per the amount of rest. So we recommend starting around like 1 to 4 or 1 to 3, somewhere in that ballpark. Obviously, the shorter the work at a time, kind of that might be easier to get started and then work your way up. But basically what that means is for every 15 seconds of work, you're going to either be resting for 45 seconds or a minute. And you can increase both the amount of time per each kind of circuit, or you can increase the total amount of time and do more rounds of each exercise. Hope you all enjoy. If you have any questions or you need any help, check out our YouTube or our Facebook pages. They have a bunch of exercises on there, or you can always stop by and we'd love to help.